So here it is, guys. We're gonna go through the Dragons of Nightmare, and these are the abilities. Basically, they all share a health pool, and they all share one ability called Mark of Nightmare. Each one does their own mark, but if this gets a 10 stacks, you're gonna be stunned for 30 seconds. So it's kind of causing a tank swap / group swap, but this was a total nightmare for us. The group I was with, we had major issues, and we didn't get much footage of what all is supposed to end up happening. Now, they do end up doing a frontal cone and a tail lash, so guys, stay to the side, normal dragon mechanics. What Ysandra is going to end up doing in place of that is going to be Nightmare Blast, which is going to basically launch a ball of nightmare. It's a big purple swirl. You'll see this in a few minutes. And it's going to cause a Nightmare Bloom for 1 minute. What this Nightmare Bloom is going to do is like the Trash before Gorefiend, where you got to stand in it, where it's going to cause extra damage, except this is going to spawn Dread Horrors. The Dread Horrors are going to chase you down, and they are going to completely wreck the hell out of your raid. It's a tough deal to end up going through. The other thing is called Defile Spirit. It's going to appear, you want to be spread out for this, by the way, because when it comes up, it's going to root all players within 6 yards, and then after so long, it's going to explode for 1,000,000 damage. So just keep that in mind also, guys. But you can dispel the roots, so it's best to have only one person get rooted. But you will be split into 2 different groups also. Like I said, tank swapping back and forth. And then there's Emrys. He has the Volatile Infection. Basically, whenever he's grounded, he's going to do this, and it's going to do huge damage to somebody. Just heal through it. Essence of Corruption is the next one. Basically, it's going to jump out. It's going to cause a bunch of damage. Nothing huge. The other thing is Lethen. There's a lot of stuff to go through, guys, and most of it we didn't even get to test. It kind of pisses me off. You can see all the abilities here. There is so much to end up going through. This was an absolute clusterfuck of a fight. I'm not even wanting to go through all of this just because, you know, you've got Terror and you've got Ysandra at the very beginning. And those are the ones that you're going to want to taunt off. Something to do with portals. I'm not 100% sure, guys. This is silly stuff. But the overview basically says, you know, when Ysandra reaches 70% health remaining, they're supposed to end up going back up into the sky or something. And it's a clusterfuck from hell. I don't even know what to end up saying from the beginning on this. I'm sure there's going to be a lot better guides out there right now. But the group I was in, they went from a single target tank and split in. We did all that. And then it went into, and here's some of the dragon models, by the way. But then we went to 3 tanks, and it was absolutely nuts. There was no coordination whatsoever. And I'm standing here on my Resto Shaman wondering, alright, why in the hell did I make this thing ally? Because every time I do this, I end up getting screwed on getting raid content. Sorry if you play Alliance, but the groups that I've gotten into ally side have been uncoordinated as they get. So here we are. You're looking at the Teresa, or whatever the dragon's name is, Terrace, and it's not too bad, guys. We've got 2 of the dragons sitting here. Here's the shadow stuff that I was talking about with the roots, and then the huge damage afterwards. Tank's trying to do the tank swaps. As you can see, I need to be playing some damn circus music for this because it was that uncoordinated. But you can also see the stacks stacking up over here also. We're getting 2 different stacks that are stacking. Once the one reaches 10, you'll see that I end up getting stunned out for 10 seconds. And it's just absolutely nuts. But we're supposed to end up having 2 different kite areas. There's something to do with portals that people were mentioning, but it's not mentioned in the book anywhere. I believe this fight's probably a little off right now. I'm not 100% sure, but it really seems odd that they've got 4 mobs and they're all doing the same stacking abilities. I believe it's every 6 seconds. It lasts for 60 seconds. But every 6 seconds it does a stack. So you're basically doing this huge rotating circle of crap, and it's hard to tell exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Again, I mean, you've got a cloud over here that's going to put you to sleep. You've got the little rooting amalgamations here. You can kind of see the plant. That's what you want to stand on to keep those from coming out. Nobody knew what was going on with that. I didn't know what was going on with it because they wanted to get in here and just gung-ho right off the bat, and the strat situation was absolutely insane. You can see again, there's another one of the roots that you're going to want to stand in. It's an insane fight, guys, and I don't know if it was... This is going to be a cluster from hell. A lot of learning's going to go into this fight. I can't say much more than that. This is going to take an organized group, no matter how you look at it. And you can see one of the portals off in the back. Not 100% sure what they do. Some people were talking about, oh yeah, you can end up going in there, and you know that this is just the general chat. You can never trust general chat anywhere. So, but I will show you at the end. You can actually go through these portals, and it takes you somewhere. But I don't know what it's supposed to do. I don't know if you're supposed to pull the bosses in there and tank them. What's going on? It's going to be an experimental deal. We only had about 20 minutes after forming to actually do this, and it was really bad, guys. In 20-minute section, we did not... I got about 5 minutes, 10 minutes of actual good gameplay to try and show you so you can see the different fights. As you can see, our tank pulls it over there and automatically turns it. We're getting the single target stacks. Everything's going good at this point. But then all of a sudden, the other dragons come down, and it's like, oh, shit. What did I fucking get myself into? And then you can see over here, I'm trying to get this guy dispelled in time so he can get out, but it's just so much is going on trying to watch all the different stuff. I was really slow on my reactions with this thing. I was a little bit tired from going through. We just got done doing Bethelak 2.0, whatever her name is, Ellen. I'll have that video coming up soon also, but it's got a little bit more content and a little bit better setup. And again, you can see the green stuff is just going to put you to sleep. We have one group here, and then we have another group all the way on the other side, and then I happen to get rooted right in the middle of this damn thing, and then I got sleeped again, and just a bunch of chain CCs. It was almost like PvPing currently right now in WoD, to where you just get CC'd out the ass. But we weren't PvPing, we were trying to go up against the boss here, and it was just ridiculous at how much stuff was really going out. Really, really tough to coordinate as a pug group. I don't even know how to end up explaining it any other way, except, you know, here I am with trying to do we're doing the tank swaps like we're supposed to, and yet somehow we were still getting this debuff. So maybe it's something on Blizzard's side that needs to be worked out, fine-tuned. This is the Legion Alpha. It is raid testing. It is also heroic. Just trying a couple different strats over and over and over again. And again, you've got portals all over this place, and I don't know what any of them end up doing, because that is not mentioned whatsoever. So, something to end up looking into, guys. I really am disappointed that I wasn't able to get you a little bit more of this content. If we were able to get more content to you and a little bit further, I'd probably be able to go a little more in depth. But all of this being said, it was an absolute clusterfuck of a fight for this raid testing. I will stick to Horde for now on, because every time I go Horde in the alpha right now, I seem to get better content. That's why I don't have any Spellblade Ariel stuff out, is because of stuff like this. It just gets absolutely overcrowded, absolutely clustered, and nobody wants to end up paying attention to what they're supposed to be doing. Nut stuff. But here it is, guys. I'm going to show you. You can walk through this portal, and you're going to see an image of where the portal leads to. Nothing else. It doesn't show anything else while you're in here, at least while the fight's not engaged. I didn't come in here during the fight for any testing, but as you can see, this takes you, this takes you to one of the actual world portals. So that's a cool little implementation. But guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry about this one. Well, hopefully we'll get better raid testing next time. Thanks again.